Alright, let's get into it. Took a loss today, unfortunately. Yeah, so honestly, I'm not too upset about it. I would love to take in a dub going into the new year, first trade and all, but that's just not how it played out. That's all good though, honestly. I'm still a little sick. I'm feeling a lot better though. But anyway, let's just kind of explain what's going on here. So, bigger picture, I'm going to be bearish for probably the week or however long it takes for it to take out these lows. That would be completing this SMT, take out these 4-hour lows here. So, yeah, unless we somehow, ES will end up invalidating this and then we're just going to keep going higher. That could be the case, but I don't really see that happening. I don't know. I mean, if we get closer and closer, then yeah, that could happen. But anyway, and so yeah, and then whenever I was taking the trade too, I was kind of seeing this as lower time frame SMT. NQ was way below ES highs here. ES was way above these highs, you know what I mean? We took the trade on NQ. Let me delete that real quick. Took the trade on NQ. Let's go to the 5-minute. So we had market open here. Market opened, ripped up on ES automatically and took out these highs. That's what we were expecting to happen. And we wanted price to reverse off these highs. That's ended up not what happened. It wanted these highs too. It may want these highs. I don't know. I mean, at this rate, it may. This could have just been a continuation trade. I mean, we were bullish on all the time frames here. But yeah, so we could have seen this as like consolidation really, because we didn't really interact with many key levels. So could have been manipulation and reversal, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what we were going off of today. Then let's just kind of go here. So we formed 5-minute bearish SMT, closed higher high here on ES and a lower high here on NQ. This was the leading index. We formed this imbalance here on the 5-minute, wicking it perfectly multiple times, also being able to draw out equilibrium here, and we had 79% extension on, it was this candle from that to that high here. We have, yeah, so I mean, pretty much literally all our confluences here. We were respecting this gap nicely, so we were able to go to the 1-minute, and at this point we were just waiting, inverse gap, break of structure, whatever. And so then we kind of consolidated for a bit here, or like, you know what I mean? But we never got a break or anything, never got even a 1-minute gap formed or anything to be able to inverse. Boom, on this huge candle up, we finally get this gap here. So I was just looking to inverse this or something, or unless we get a break before this, but that wasn't the case. We end up finally getting a break here, candle closure, so we entered on this next candle here. Stops were above this high. I wanted them to be above this high, but my broker, it wouldn't let me, just because of margin wise or whatever, it wouldn't let me put it all the way up there. It only let me put it above, a little bit above here, so like right here. That's not really ideally where I wanted it. But anyway, I mean, it would have been worse because would have gotten stopped out. But honestly, I think ES just really wanted these highs, and then we're going to see a move down unless it really wants to get up here. But I think just because of all the bearish confluences, I mean, I think it may have just wanted this high, and now we're going to see moves down because I wanted to trade this, and just because we had all these low resistance draws on liquidity to the downside here, like look at all these, this is all low resistance here. Let me highlight that. This is all low resistance here. So that's kind of what I wanted. And like even in the 30-minute it looks better. It's like, why wouldn't we want to trade down to these? Because we're in this big gap here, and this was all the way up here on NQ. We're in this big gap, and then I figured we would just want to take this high and then move down. You know what I mean? And we had the confluences. We followed the strategy. So I mean, I'm totally cool with this loss. I'm not. You know what I mean? It sucks it didn't play out. I mean, I think it will today. I'd like to see price go lower. I don't know if it'll go all the way down to where I was trying to target, but I think it's ought to get back down and at least go here, unless it's just going to consolidate the rest of the day. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking today. But yeah, and it would have formed this, or it would have been this bearish S&T, like I said before, from that I saw in higher time frame too. We do have the S&T that we got to get down here to complete. But yeah, and also another reason I took the trade was because not only the 5-minute, but just because we were so much lower. I think I already said this, but we were just so much lower on NQ than, you know what I mean? So it's like we ought to get it move downs, you know what I mean? Like, you know, but it's all good, you know? So yeah, it's unfortunate though, because if you look, whoops, whoops, 1 minute, go to NQ, like literally once we get this inverse gap on the 1 minute, right when we enter, that's when we stop doing this bull crap and just go straight up to invalidate what we thought, you know what I mean? Which is unfortunate, bro. So like literally if we didn't, yeah, so you know, it's all good. Like I can't fret about it, you know. I mean, it's one thing if I didn't follow strat and everything, but I consider this up here high resistance liquidity, so we don't really want to trade to that. So like I wouldn't have even really been, I wouldn't have felt comfortable trying to trade up to these highs. Yeah, but I also got to think about, just because we have this way high time frame bearish S&T, like that's higher time frame, which means it's going to take longer to happen, but more power obviously. So I know it's going to happen, but we can't expect to take a bearish trade every day, if that makes sense, just because higher time frame is bearish and we're supposed to reach these lows, you know what I mean? So that's what I also have to think about too, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're starting to get move downs now. It's kind of what I was expecting once ES hit these highs here. So yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting. These and these, and probably hit those perfectly, yeah, and probably these too. Probably hit those too, huh? Yeah. See? So yeah, but that is all good, honestly, you know what I mean? So yeah, and then this 5-minute SMT, it got completed technically once we reached these lows, I guess. So like it would have been completed here. Yeah. And this is one of the times that price didn't do exactly what we wanted off of SMT, because obviously this is a SMT here, and to complete it on NQ we'd have to reach this low on the 5 minute here, and we did not do that. So and then we wicked above it, so that invalidates it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, technically, I guess for our trade, it didn't even really matter anymore that much. Well, kinda, but not really. Yeah, that sucks though, because this trade is, I know it's gonna play out now. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but bro, like, I really wanted these lows, dude. I mean, like, I can't trip about it, but like, I really wanted this. As you can see, I mean, that's what I was targeting here. So, whoops. Yeah, I mean, would have been a pretty solid day. I mean, I think I would have targeted even a little more, like Asia lows, you know what I mean? Could have been an insane day, but you know, I'm not tripping about it. We just gotta, we knew what we did, we knew we followed strat, so followed my edge in the market, you know, so it's all good. Yeah, I think the one thing I do need to just work on though from this, taking away, is once I'm in the 1 minute, don't just stay there, like trying to enter, you know? Like, look also at the 5 minute, because if I would have saw we wicked into the gap 4 times before entering, then I probably would have been more hesitant to enter just off this break, you know what I mean? Because we weren't able to get a break after we hit equilibrium at 8:45, and we weren't able to enter till literally like 14-15 minutes later. So that's also like price is moving slow, so we can't expect this huge move, you know. So it's like there's multiple things. There was also news too, actually. Let me pull that up. I forgot to mention that there was news here, and yeah, it came out at 9, and so that was literally right after we entered. We entered at about 8:57, and we had this big wick that almost stopped us out. But yeah, so I think, yeah, the news came out bullish as well, but that doesn't always mean it's gonna reflect on the market, you know what I mean? Like, index wise. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what happened today. We plan on getting on a prop here soon. Honestly, probably just next month. Just want to see how January goes. Probably try and start doing that in February, maybe. We'll see though. Maybe before, I don't know. But I also need to try and figure out this broker stuff again, because I thought I had it figured out, and I'm using this new one. But I'm still going to continue using them, but I may try and set up a different account with them, because my margin is, it's not, I wanted my stops up here for this scenario, you know. I mean, and still at risk the same amount, you know what I mean? So I gotta figure out that, or try and get what's it called? Like the deposit bonus, or I need to try and get the higher leverage, like 1 to 1,000 rather than 500, and see if that'll help me out. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Pretty sure we have some news. Can't remember. Let me pull it up again. Yeah, no news Tuesday. But yeah, all right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.